எனக்கு கன்னட சொல்ல கூட கொத்தில்ல. நான் தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து வரேன். I want to speak in English. Please forgive me for that. All India Women's Organization congratulate this third conference of Karnataka Janshakti. Comrades, I want to talk to you about the journey of from Supreme Court to the journey from Supreme Court to Sabarimala. Why I talk about this thing now? We all know that the religion act through temples and gods and women in society. But before that, I want to share my feelings on Karnataka Janashakti. Really, I saw the work report, 10 years work report of Karnataka Janashakti. It is a commendable one. Really, it is a commendable one. You did a lot. I feel very happy and see that work report. Now in this corporate saffron society, they want to build a Ramrajya. But in this Ramrajya, Sitas are born every day, Sitas are born here. And moreover, lakhs of women were disappeared because of their profit. They are doing all these things. Now it is a very important time to organize women against this fascist government. But we are, all along the history, we see that women can arise against the capitalism. Women express their reactions more or less against the oppression of capitalism against them. Their mighty struggles and protests of Bangalore government's women workers against the amendment of unworthily PF Act was feared the Modi and Amit Shah gang. Really, we saw a very huge mass in the roads of Bangalore. The Modi, Amit Shah bowed to their women's struggles. And the struggle of farmers against the corporate farms laws was made fallout of Modi gang and made them to revoke the farmers law. The Munnar tea plantation women protest was remarkable one in history of women workers. But women's protests against religious oppressions are controversially weakened or with token demonstrations only. Even leftist movements also not an exception. The rightful protest taken by Manithi is a movement in Chennai, a movement exclusively acting for rights of women in social and political platform. For entry of the women in Sabarimala had made a good impact all over India. More than 3 days, the protest of Manithi is turned as a headline of news channels, along with the political and social discussions on that issue is taken in mainstream in media. But badly, the patriotical attitude of left party and ruling Kerala government and CPM radical movements in Tamil Nadu was hardly against the protest. Progressive movements also not favored to this protest. The patriarchally deeply rooted in leftist movements and Hindu vote banks politics of Kerala CPM government were main reasons for the struggle not ended up as victorious. Even after the Supreme Court respects women's rights, Kerala government planned in a curious manner and totally distracted the core of the theme of protest. The great challenge before us is to mobilize women against the religious oppression of fascism. We have to make a separate plans against the ideological oppression. But the review of Karnataka Janashakti has only few views on this. I saw only a few on the relationship between religion and women in KJS work report. Therefore, I request that the action plan for the next 3 years should have a clear vision in this regard. Our mission is not only to bring women into the women's organization. There is an urgent need for the perspective of bringing women's representation into the leadership of various mass organizations. You see, in the morning on our dais, only a few women are seated. Now in this afternoon session, the only one woman representing the diocese myself only. In this way only we are doing that, organizing women into the leadership position. Women are right half of the society. Then why is that we are only have few women representatives in our organization? We are always asking this question. Conveniently, who pitted off this responsibility to the women's organization. But a practical plan should be developed. Religious, the family structure of India, it is consistent from birth to death. If you want to politicize the family, we have to politicize the women. Women will play a heroic and decisive role in the struggle against fascism. ARW will accompany all such missions on Karnataka Jan Shakti. Let us beat the fascism. Let us create a world of equality. Long live Karnataka Jan Shakti.
Thank you, sister.